Hi everyone! In today's video, I want to talk about something that is super important when it comes to singing, and that is breathing. Now, obviously, we all know that breathing is usually a subconscious process, but when it comes to singing, we do differentiate between efficient and inefficient breathing. And before we even discuss the difference between the two, I think that it is very important to understand how the breathing process even works in the first place, and that's what today's video is going to be about. In the first part of this video, I want to focus just on the process of inhalation, which is also known as inspiration. Now, if you take a look at the rib cage, you'll notice that there is a large open space towards the bottom of the rib cage. This area expands when we breathe in to create more space for the air that's coming in. So how does it even expand in the first place? Well, there is a large muscle called the diaphragm that sits in the lower part of the rib cage, and it is arguably the most important muscle when it comes to inhalation, which is why all vocal teachers discuss it at some point, regardless of what genre of music they teach. So when we breathe in, the diaphragm contracts and moves downwards, which displaces the lower ribs as well as the organs that are below it. This causes the abdomen to expand, which then helps to create more space for the air that is coming in. The expansion of the abdomen that results in this process is kind of why I tell my students, especially if they're younger kids who can't understand what a diaphragm is, I tell them to put their hand on their belly area and try to breathe into the hand and make it expand like a balloon. That way they'll know that they're breathing in using the proper method when it comes to singing. We also have these small muscles that are behind the ribs that run along the vertebrae called the levatores costarum muscles. And these help the diaphragm by swinging the ribs outward. And this just helps, again, to create the space that we need for the air that is coming in while we inhale. All of these muscles work the best when we stand with the proper posture because it does help to facilitate efficient breathing. And because the posture is so important for efficient breathing when it comes to singing, I will make another video about the proper posture that we need for singing in a future video. So now that we've talked about the process of inhalation, we are now going to focus on the process of exhalation. Okay, so breathing out. When we're in a resting state and not really engaging in any physical activity, exhaling is obviously a subconscious process. Basically, the muscles that were used during the inhalation process, such as the diaphragm, are released. The lungs kind of reset and gravity just kind of takes care of the rest and we don't even have to think about it. But when it comes to singing, usually we have to use a little bit more effort, especially in the abdominal muscles. So without going into too much detail, these abdominal muscles contract when we exhale and help the diaphragm to return back to its original position. And this definitely does help to send the air out of the lungs as well. As you might know, there are different abdominal muscles, and singers can actually choose how and when to activate different muscles depending on what they're trying to do, right? So for example, the rectus abdominis usually brings the ribcage and the pelvis close together. However, singers can choose to just use this like very, very gently if they want to place more emphasis on a certain note or if they want to emphasize an entire phrase. We also know that there are lower abdominal muscles, middle abdominal muscles, and upper abdominal muscles. When we are exhaling, it is actually the most efficient to use the lower abdominal muscles rather than the middle or top abdominal muscles. And this is actually really important to know, especially if you're a singer, because if you're not using your muscles efficiently while you're exhaling, while you're singing, of course, it can actually cause a lot of like unwanted tension in the neck, throat, and jaw area. And if you're a singer, you'll know that we always want everything to be very, very loose. Any sort of tension can actually adversely affect the way you sing. So it is important to know that when you're exhaling, you want to contract the lower abdominal muscles rather than the middle or top ones. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found all of this useful, informative, helpful, whatever, as long as you guys kind of benefit from this knowledge. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos in the future. Thumbs up this video, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and share the video. As well, don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. The links will be down in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!